If you're anywhere near IT right now, you know there's a huge question looming over everything. With this explosion in AI, what do we do with our infrastructure? Do we stick with our tried and true virtualized servers, or do we have to go back to bare metal for these new workloads? Believe me, this is one of the biggest calls you're going to have to make. So let's break it down. Okay, before we dive in, we have to do the formal bit. So this is module 1 of a 10-module tutorial all about design considerations for AI workloads in a virtual environment. It's an overview, and it's based on a really comprehensive report by Virtualization Options LLC. Now, this just offers general guidance, it's provided without any warranty, and it is definitely not legal or financial advice. Because of that, we strongly recommend you talk over any proposed actions with your own financial, technical, and legal pros before you do anything. And just know these modules are only going to cover a fraction of what's in the full research report. All right, let's get into it. So this is it, the big question that's on everybody's mind. Virtualize or go bare metal? And this isn't just some tech debate for the fun of it. The choice you make here is going to have a massive, and I mean massive, impact on your company's performance, your budget, and honestly, your competitive edge for years to come. The stakes are really high. Now, to even begin to answer that question, we first have to get one thing perfectly straight. And this is crucial. The term AI, well, it's not just one thing. Not all AI workloads are created equal. In fact, they really break down into two very, very different jobs. And I love this analogy because it just clicks. Think about it like this. AI training is like teaching a really, really smart student. It's the classroom part, the homework, the studying. And AI inference? Well, that's when your star student graduates and goes out into the real world to actually apply everything they've learned. Understanding this split is, well, it's everything. Let's dig into training a little more. This is the heavy lifting, the real grunt work. We are talking about feeding a model absolutely enormous datasets and then having it tweak literally billions of parameters to learn. As you can imagine, this takes a mind-boggling amount of computational power and a whole lot of time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And then you have inference. This is the payoff. The model's already trained, it's done its homework, and now it's out in the world doing its job, making predictions on new data. You know, when a streaming service suggests a movie or your phone's app identifies a flower in a photo, that's inference. And here's the key. The infrastructure it needs to do that job is completely different from what you need for training. Okay, so we have these two really distinct AI workloads in our heads. Now let's bring in the other major player in this drama, the reigning, undisputed champion of the enterprise data center for the last 20 years, server virtualization. It has been the MVP for so long. But as we're about to see, with AI, it may have finally met its match. And let's give credit where it's due, right? Virtualization has been an absolute hero for us. It's been fantastic for squeezing every last drop of performance out of our hardware. It gives us incredible flexibility, lets us spin up new machines in a flash, and of course, it saves a ton of money. It has been the default choice for a very, very good reason. But, and you knew there was a but coming, for AI workloads, especially those really intense training jobs, this amazing technology has a fundamental problem, and it all comes down to one simple concept, the overhead layer. So what is this overhead we're talking about? Well, here's the deal. Virtualization works by putting a software layer, called a hypervisor, between your applications and the actual physical server hardware. It's that layer of abstraction that lets you run multiple virtual machines on a single box. It's magic. But that layer, that magic trick, isn't free. It takes a small performance hit for itself. That's the overhead. And that brings us right to the heart of this entire discussion. You see, the path forward isn't about finding a simple yes or no answer. It's all about deeply, truly understanding the trade-off that you're making every step of the way. I mean, this quote from the source report just nails it, doesn't it? AI screams for every last bit of performance. It wants zero lag, and it wants to talk directly to the hardware. But virtualization, with all of its awesome flexibility and efficiency, by its very nature, introduces a performance cost. That's the fundamental conflict we all have to figure out how to navigate. So if you take only one thing away from our chat today, please let it be this. There is no magic bullet. There is no one-size-fits-all answer here. The right solution for you isn't just virtualization or bare metal. The right answer depends completely on your specific workloads. Are you training a massive model, or are you running millions of quick, real-time inferences? So the question I really want to leave you with is this. Looking at your own world, where does this trade-off between raw performance and amazing flexibility actually make sense for you? Answering that question is exactly what the rest of this tutorial is all about. So stick with us because we're going to build the roadmap to help you make that critical call.